Good morning. My name is Elizabeth DeVries, and I want to start a new series of videos and discuss different topics that we confront in our daily life, and just hopefully to be able to share a little wisdom from having lived a little longer than most here, and just the feeling of what I've gone through in the last few years and what it has taught me. So the basic theme of these videos is going to be deeply related to suffering becoming a gift in our life, and endings and new beginnings deeply related to suffering, because when we go through profound change in our life, we are inclined to look at it as a catastrophe, a loss, something taken away, be it a relationship, be it a death, be it one lady wrote on my page about her home burning down that they had put their heart and soul into, and how that had become a whole spiritual way of life for her, and to see that disintegrate in front of her eyes was a form of death, a form of suffering. And this woman was very inspirational because she took it as a time of life that she was gifted with beauty and a certain creation that she and her husband made as one team, and lived their life truly in gratitude for the beauty around them. Personally, as you all are aware, I have gone through a lot of deaths in my life, a lot of financial loss, a lot of shift and change since a very young age. I do not look at this in a victimized way. I look at it as God, the love source, how the chi energy, the divine force, however you would like to define it, define the indefinable, as something that I set out as a soul intention in this life to confront, to learn from, to gain growth, because the whole purpose of all suffering is, one, how do we view it? Is it really suffering? Two, are we able to find the deeper meaning behind the suffering, beyond what the conscious mind and all the belief systems are telling us? And are we able to let go and accommodate ourselves to the moment? Very often in life, we are ruled by guilt. We are ruled by absolutely embedded belief systems that are holding us back. Here's one belief system. To lose a child is the worst thing that will ever happen to you, and you'll never get over it. That is not true. Yes, we will physically, we've carried this baby within our womb. It's our beloved. We've had glorious memories and gone through the whole life with that being for 40, 50, 60 years, 10 years, 2 years. But the point of it all is that there was an agreement between that mother and child, that father and child, that child, that soul would depart in that moment. And the understanding, and rather than looking at the child's diminishment physically in front of our eyes, to look at it as a soul choice, and the fact that this child is now liberated. They're done. Their earthly journey is over. They are in a joyful liberation from a physical form that had become outworn. And if we truly, in our mother's heart, love that child, we let them go with grace and celebration. I remember when my daughter passed, to say to her, you fly as high as you can go. Even if I never see you again, if I know you have attained a vibrational level of such great joy and ecstasy, that is my wish for you. That is really what the mother or the father or the sibling is learning during that death, is unconditional love And unconditional love is deeply related to giving freedom. It's not about the wanting of the self. When you're looking at someone dying, it's not about your wanting. It is about their journey and you joining them on that journey and helping them to accomplish that journey with freedom, with love, with tenderness, with listening to their needs. This is their death. It's a very powerful understanding when we come to that place. So then, after going through the death of 3 mates and of my beloved daughter, when it came to my son's death, I approached it from a completely different stance. I saw my son having in this life a deep soul struggle with life itself. He was an artist, he was highly sensitized, he had had certain issues that he had experienced as a child that left an indelible imprint on him. So his movement toward the leaving of form actually became his greatest connection to spirit and unconditional love of his own self. And as he got closer and closer to liberation, he looked up at me and he said, you know, I'm doing this my way and I'm giving myself the gift of leaving form. And I saw as he did transform, as he did leave his form behind, the greatest ecstasy on his face. Now, how could I not celebrate his liberation at that time? So what I'm asking each of us, including myself, how can I be present in this moment if I am continually holding to what was and wanting everything to remain in a changeless state when, as we said, change is the only thing that we can count on. The love that exists eternally and the change in form of all of life. So my gift to you today is I have truly embraced change as a natural way of being so that I can be present with you in this moment. So we can share love in this moment. So I can share the beauty of life as I experience it in this moment. So that the suffering I've gone through has purpose, expands me, helps me to empty myself of the sorrows of my past and to fill with the love transcendental that exists in this moment. So look to your life, look to the experiences in your life, and there may be, excuse me, there may be situations in your life that you are being asked to release in this moment, because sticking around and supporting everyone around you emotionally, it may be your time in some of those situations to look at it that you are enabling, or you are needing to be needed, or you are maintaining a situation that has outrun its course, and you're not doing a favor to either of you by maintaining it. This is how I look at life. So there have been some situations in my life since my son has passed that I have released to the universe, still sending love to those situations, but they are no longer my role. And I do not cling to people needing me or having to be something for them unless it is, there's the lovely North Hollywood sirens, unless it has reached the place where we are no longer moving forward together in growth then it's my time to let it go and move on. I had a very powerful dream last night that showed me so many situations surrounding me in my life at this moment, and that I needed to free up everything, all relationships, and to look to keep the focus on myself and my own growth and my own capacity to love, how to make that broader, deeper, more empathic, kinder, without conditions. So I wanted to share that with you today. Perhaps you can take a good look at your own life and say, what is outmoded? What do I no longer need to do or be or express or maintain or sustain? Perhaps I need to free things up more. Perhaps I need to let my grief go so that that person that has moved on can have just my unconditional love without expectation. My deepest goal here is to grow in Divine Mercy. That is why I've called my website Angelic Mercy. That is why I've called this YouTube channel Angelic Mercy, because to me that is my aspiration. Obviously I haven't attained that one yet, but that is my aspiration, and that is the direction I'm heading. And I ask you all to turn and look around you and see today where you could express more mercy, where you could express more unconditional love, and where you could free things up more, let them go. That was the main message of my dream, and that's the main gift of my sharing today. Thank you for tuning in, for sticking with me this far, and I wish you God's blessing as expressed through me, and that you find it and express it to others through you. Thank you.